But my name is Kara Tanwar. I am the Texas Chiropractic Association's Executive Director, and I'm very happy to be here this evening with all of you to discuss our strategic plan in this town hall meeting. And I am here with our executive team, our president, Dr. Elena Pagnani-Gendron, our vice president, Dr. Bill Lawson, our secretary treasurer, Dr. Ryan Bailey, our lobbyist, Josh Massengill, who's a very good friend of TCA as well. And then Shannon Leckie, who is not on camera. She's our events coordinator and she's helping us with the event this evening. I am going to go ahead and give the floor over to Dr. Pagnani-Gendron so that she can introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Elena Pagnani-Gendron, your TCA president, and I'm super excited to share our strategic plan that we've been working on this year. It's a 2-year plan that we had established back in 2019 and was put on pause a little bit because of the pandemic, and we are making sure that we're hitting it hard this year to get it going. And so we have 3 goals, part of this plan that we're really excited to share with you. I'm just going to let Dr. Lawson introduce himself briefly.
Hi guys, Bill Lawson here in Austin, and thank you guys for attending tonight. It's real important for us to share with all the chiropractors of Texas what we're doing, and tonight's going to be a big piece of that. As Elena said, this strategic plan was laid out back in 2019, and COVID put a little bit of a stop to the growth of the plan, but we're back on track. And we've accomplished so much over, gosh, even the past 3 or 4 months, I guess. And we're looking forward to taking it all the way to completion. And you guys will be a big part of that. So thanks again for tuning in.
Dr. Bailey, do you want to say hello?
Hey guys, Ryan Bailey here, Abilene, Texas. I'm your current secretary treasurer of the TCA. Glad to have everyone on and look forward to sharing this strategic plan with y'all. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll jump into goal number 1. Goal number 1 is one of my favorites. This is really getting good PR out there, introducing the public to chiropractic. And so our main goal is to educate Texans about the value of chiropractic and to get more patients in chiropractic offices. We plan to do this a couple different ways. First off, what we're doing is we're revamping the whole TCA website. And so you'll see that new website coming. We've already actually had that in progress. And so that should be up in maybe hopefully 6 weeks or so. But we're going to also include a consumer page with resources to educate the general public about chiropractic. Now, a lot of the public tends to know we do stuff with low backs, but we also want to educate the public that we do other things, maybe extremity, pregnancy, and some other modalities, nutrition. And so this is a way to get that information out to everyone. We also want to include a Find a Doc on our page. And so this is a great resource for the general public when they see something that they're looking up, like, oh, chiropractic can help me. Where can I find a doctor near me? They can click on the Find a Doc link, and that will pull up our members, which will be you guys, and hopefully that will get more patients into your office. The other thing we're going to do is build a library of infographics and videos with testimonials from hopefully some big name people and also from just some of your patients. So celebrities, athletes, politicians, veterans, anyone who's benefited from chiropractic care. And so what we need from you is to submit these videos and these testimonials. TCA Public Relations Committee right now is working on a rubric and a plan of what we're looking for specifically in these videos and kind of a guideline of what we need. But if you have anything that you feel will be super beneficial for this library that we're building, please send it to the TCA office. So stay tuned for our new website, which is coming up, and make sure that you're a TCA member so that you can get on that Find a Doc page. And then we'll move on to goal number 2.
All right. Goal number 2 is largely my project at this point as we've divided things up. And goal number 2 is building relationships and educating insurance companies with the goal of securing higher reimbursement and better coverage for what it is that we do, so that we can help Texans with their health and move them on through the healthcare system as efficiently as we can and be reimbursed as we should be. We have several ways of doing that. We have started working with an outside company to assist us with this. And what they're asking, what would be of great value to assist us, is to gather information from the doctors out there throughout the state that are treating patients who may have an employer that has a self-funded plan. And for clarification, on the slide that you're seeing there, you just take that word non-ERISA out of there. It doesn't have to be an ERISA or a non-ERISA plan. Let's just leave that out. If it's a self-funded plan, an employer is contributing to that plan, and they are easier to access than the non-self-funded plans. And if we can get some doctors to give us the insurance information that they may have gathered along the way, and maybe they have a patient that has benefited from the care, we can find the decision maker within that company and explain to them how chiropractic care can save them thousands of dollars versus traditional medical care when it comes to the treatment of neuromusculoskeletal pains and other conditions. So we're going to ask the doctors, and we've sent this request out before in eSource, and we're going to continue doing it for a while, to please submit to us any of those plans that you may have. You can make a copy of the card, let us know it's a self-funded plan. Any other information you want to attach to it would be wonderful. And we're gathering that now so that we can start to make inroads in on these plans. The second part of that is that we have already had meetings with Blue Cross Blue Shield and their medical director, and we're in the plans now to have another chat with them to determine what it is exactly they want to see from us, proof-wise, and we have plenty of that information to share with them, again, in an attempt to get them to kind of back off of some of the decisions they come up with concerning what codes they're going to pay and how much they're going to pay us. This is a process that takes time. So the footwork that we're doing today is the foundation, and will only grow from there. But it's going to require input from you guys as well. We need that information from doctors in every town that we can get it from throughout the state of Texas. Goal 2 here, this next slide, you can see I've covered some of this: identify and arrange meetings with large companies with ERISA plans through the HR department, and show how chiropractic care can benefit their organizations. Again, all of the research has been done, and it's ongoing. There's just so many studies out there that show that we are very cost effective compared to physical therapy, or compared to physical therapy and MD care together. The cost savings is pretty significant. And if we can have a patient avoid surgery, which I'm sure all of us on that call have done that, we've saved the carrier thousands of dollars, and we've saved the patient years of anguish from that surgery. Is there next slide? Oh, that's it for me. I'll pass it on to Dr. Bailey.
All righty. Well, the third and final goal of our strategic plan has to do with legislation. The main point being leveraging relationships with elected officials and the corporate business community to help advance chiropractic. We break that down into about 3 objectives. The first objective has to deal with creating stronger connections with our state officials at a grassroots level to help with the TCA's legislative and advocacy agenda. If you go to church with any of these state politicians, please let us know so we can start building a stronger relationship with them. Our amazing lobbying group, Statecraft, they do a great job of compiling these lists and these relationships, and just we need to keep adding to that, especially with new elections, with redistricting, with everything. We need to know who these politicians are, how you know them, and what they can do for us. We're also going to be hosting PAC fundraisers and events for these political candidates. So if you do know someone, please step up and let's host an event for these guys and gals so we can get them on our side. Another objective of goal number 3 is to find stories of politicians who have benefited from chiropractic care or have chiropractic connections. If you treat one of these politicians, please let us know. Let's get some testimonials. Let's blast it on social media. Let's get their word out there to help advance chiropractic. And like I said, anything and everything that has to do with these politicians, if you know them, please inform our TCA lobbyists and our legislative team so we can really work on these folks. Our third objective, the third objective of goal number 3, is to build relationships with companies that feed into chiropractic. Imaging companies, PI attorneys, all the vendors that show up to all of our expos and all that, you know, reach out to these companies. Let's get them as affiliate members. Let's get them on board with us so we can continue to push chiropractic forward. You know, the main goal is to help build membership, help build all these affiliate members so we can, you know, have more money to do things that we want to do. Next slide.
Awesome. So this brings us to why you should be a TCA member and how membership pays for itself. So if you know me, I'm passionate about TCA membership. And the reason for that is there is no other association or organization in Texas that fights for our rights to practice chiropractic, which ultimately benefits all of our patients. And so you need to be a part of this association so that we can maintain our rights. Again, it's for our patients. The other thing that TCA does is we have some awesome events. We have Chiro Expo every year, we have Midwinter, and with those come some great speakers that help, you know, build your skills and knowledge for practice. You can leave on Monday and like implement stuff right into your practice that day. Not to mention they're fun and they're very affordable with your membership. We also have discounts. So there's a discount to Office Depot, so you can get office supplies and some other great stuff. I know I've personally used one for car rental and other things. So again, that helps you save money. And then lastly, my favorite part is it helps connect with colleagues. So I've made great friends, great colleagues, great mentors, just being a part of the TCA. And so it really makes sense for everyone to be a part of this association. You can see over here, we have 3 types of membership. Regular membership is $600 a year, premium is $850, and elite is $1,200. This gets you a lot of things. This gets you, again, to go to one of the conferences. It gets you all of the discounts and ultimately helps to pay for advocacy for chiropractic. So if you're not a member, we encourage you to join today. And if you are a member, we encourage you to get someone who's not a member and get them to join.
And that brings it to me, and I'm going to echo that same sentiment. I am not a chiropractor, but I am definitely an advocate for the profession. And that's the reason why I'm here, to support you, your profession, your patients, and your future. So definitely become a member because we do have the power in numbers. We've got a great leadership team this year. We've got a great board of directors and a lot of oversight that this organization has really done fantastic things over the past, I can't tell you how many years. And so we are here to continue to spread the positive words about chiropractic across the state of Texas. We work with other states and as well as national organizations. And of course, if you are a part of our membership, you are listed as a doctor on both our website and the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress, which is a national website. So right then and there is worth your membership. And I'd be more than happy to take any of your emails, phone calls to talk to you about how important it is to be a member of an organization. I'm a member of the Organization for Association Professionals, as well as all of my staff, because I do think it's important to support your profession and to be part of that organization, because it's you and it's up to you and your colleagues to really make that happen. And other things that we do include, of course, the education, the networking, and the advocacy. Those are the 3 top things that associations do for their members. So we always encourage you to reach out to us. I bet we can put you in contact with any one of our DCs as soon as you get in contact with us if you have a question. And just get on our email list, get our newsletter that goes out twice a week, follow us on social media. We will be putting this video out on YouTube and sharing it on our social media channels. And please share with your colleagues. It is a very important organization, and it is the Chiropractic Association in Texas. So I really do appreciate you all being here again. And if you do have questions for any of us, please do use that Q&A at the bottom. And we are more than happy to answer all those. We're not done with the presentation yet, but just want to let you know if you do have questions, feel free to post those now, and we'll get to those at the end of the presentation. So I was going to pass this on to Dr. Lawson quickly,
Yes.
right?
The Tour of Texas. I hope you guys got to attend one of these events. They're always a blast. This year, they're brought to us by the Berquist Law Firm, which is just a huge sponsor for the Texas Chiropractic Association. They're so generous. This year we've done 5 events. We had San Antonio, Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas, and Houston. And the goal of the Tour of Texas is twofold. The first is it is a fundraiser for our CDI. The second is camaraderie, and let's all get together and just have a good time and remember life outside of the office. And I think we achieved those goals with these 5 events that we had this year. There's usually a really good meal involved with it. So if you haven't been to one and the next one pops up and it's close enough to you, you should go. We did a couple of them this year at events. I forget the name, but it has bowling, it has different games. So it was very family friendly. We played laser tag. It was just a lot of fun. So I encourage you to go to one of the tours of Texas. If you see one coming up in your area, there will be some more planned again. Like I said, we just finished 5 of them. The goal of it, of course, is to raise money. So we always ask everybody to bring your checkbook with you, so to say. Everything's done now by scanning and electronic means, but you get the point. The CDI fund, or Chiropractic Development Fund, supports everything that we do within this profession. It pays for our legal bills, so that very big lawsuit that we just went through and had the Supreme Court victory concerning the word neuro, and prior to that, the right to diagnose, all of that was paid for by the CDI, meaning you and me donating to this fund. None of this money gets wasted. It's put to good use, and it's something that we need to grow this profession forward. If we had every member of the Texas Chiropractic Association donate money to it monthly or annually, we voluntarily, we probably wouldn't have to ask for donations anymore. And if we could get every chiropractor in the state to become a member of the TCA and just pay dues and contribute as they could, imagine the possibilities that we could have. We could really be proactive and get a lot more accomplished. So anyhow, there's the thermometer. Our goal was $75,000, and just with 5 events, we raised $56,250. So we're 75% of the way there, and we're brand new into the year. So just imagine what we're going to accomplish for the rest of the year. So again, if you guys see Tour of Texas announced in your area, register for it and go out and have some fun and have a good meal and say hello to your fellow chiros and the sponsors that put it on. It's a lot of fun, and I know you would enjoy it. You can move on to the next slide.
So a few years ago, the governor proclaimed October as Chiropractic Health Month. The main goal of this for us is educating the public on the importance of chiropractic, what we can do for everyone. On the left, you see a list of 20 cities. Since then, we've taken it to a local level, and you see a list of the 20 cities that have thus far proclaimed Chiropractic Health Month. If you don't see your city or town on there, please call your local officials today. They love doing this. Half of them are patients, and they just definitely want to help us push chiropractic. So definitely give them a call, and let's see if we can get other proclamations.
Let's just let our lobbyist, Josh Massengale, say a few words before we end the presentation.
Thanks, Dr. Pagnani. Josh Massengale, I'm one of your lobbyists. Just a couple of quick notes about the tour of Texas. Those events were a lot of fun. It was so great to be back in person with everybody. I was so glad we didn't have to do that over Zoom again this year. It was nice to mingle with everybody, and a big thanks to Berquist law firm for hosting those events. You as a chiropractor and as the TCA really have no greater friend than the Berquist law firm. They've been a great sponsor. Just a couple of quick updates for you about some things that are going on and some things that you can do to help our efforts. And Dr. Bailey has referenced some of these already, but let me just run through them really quickly. First, as he said, if you know your legislators, we would love to have that information. If you know somebody's chief of staff, that would be amazing information. And the thing we want you to know is we use that information very judiciously, okay? We don't abuse it. We don't spread it around. We're very cautious. We're very sensitive with that information, but that's the kind of thing that can make a big difference for us during the legislative season. So we would love to have that information from you. Second of all, if you have ideas for legislation, now is the time to let us know. If you have problems that you think might have a legislative solution, we are in our policy development phase, trying to figure out, what are we going to do next session? How can we make a difference for the profession and move things forward? So we would love to hear your ideas. That's one of the reasons we like going to these events in person, is to kind of mix it up with you guys and learn what's going on in your world. Third, as has been noted, donate to CDI. I can just tell you, as somebody who's on the inside of those conversations, we spend those dollars very wisely. We agonize over whether or not to spend money, and it really is stewarded very well. And then finally, I would just say, pay attention. Occasionally, you're going to get legislative alerts from us, emails asking you to click a thing or sign a thing or call somebody. These are not big asks. These are generally things that take about 30 seconds. And you would be surprised how many people just can't be bothered, to click the button 5 times, to get to a thing, to send a message to somebody. That's extremely helpful to us. So just stay active and stay engaged. And then just as I wrap up real quick, I've been asked to talk to you real quickly about the acupuncture lawsuit, just to let you know what's going on. Some of you probably think we talk about acupuncture too much. Some of you who practice acupuncture probably think we don't talk about it enough, but just wanted to let you know that that is something that we are definitely on top of. The Texas Association of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine has an ongoing lawsuit against your board of examiners. And that's something that we are definitely on top of. We're fighting it in the courts, and we will continue to fight that battle at the Capitol as well. So if you have any questions about that, I'd be delighted to talk to you about it offline, but just wanted to let you know kind of where things stood. So thanks, Elena.
Thanks, Josh. We appreciate that. And I want to let y'all know that in the chat, I did drop a PDF of our legislative victories, so you kind of see the history of what TCA has accomplished over the past decade plus. So that is exactly what that CDI works towards, and what we continue to protect the profession in that manner. So just wanted to shout out with a few of the dates that we have upcoming. It should be the TCA Midwinter Conference on February 18th through 20th in Lubbock. And then Chiro Texpo will be June 10th through 12th in Frisco, Texas. It should be 2 great events. We are going to have the marketing out for that very, very soon. And if you have any questions or even suggestions for speakers, please do reach out to our staff. And I believe that just takes us to our last slide, which is please contact the TCA office if you have any questions. I do know we have one question in the Q&A, and I would be more than happy to answer that. If there are any other questions, please do type them out right now, because if there aren't any questions, we'll end the town hall. But the question that we have right now is, how will the TCA market the new website so that more people will go to it? Well, definitely one thing that we started doing is our newsletter had just been going to members only. We started marketing that newsletter to everyone in our database. So our reach almost tripled from what we were doing before. So right then and there, we are already marketing to more people than we did just a few months ago. So of course, we will utilize social media. We have just about every platform, and I bet we'll make a video and share that. And of course, word of mouth. That is the best way to get anything, colleague to colleague, peer to peer. There's a few other projects that I hope to get up and running for our membership before the year end, and maybe we can do another town hall to introduce those as well. I don't want to give anything away right now because they're not quite established. But I'm here to work for you. I'm here for your profession. I love working with these executives and the team. And I think we have a great office staff as well. So Shannon, Janet, you probably know who they are, at least Janet. Shannon's new and she has been awesome for the past few months. So I'm very pleased that she's joined our team. I don't see any other questions out there. Executives, Josh, do you have anything else you'd like to add for this presentation?
I want to follow up on that question, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if the question was geared more towards like chiropractors looking at the website or the general public, but if it's geared more towards general public, the PR committee is working on doing a lot of social media stuff. And so the goal is to, so for example, during COVID, there was a lot of memes and infographics that actually linked back to the TMA website that kind of went viral. So we want to try and do the same thing where there'll be some infographics or some memes that link back up to the TCA website so the general public will get that information. So I hope that helps to answer your question.
And if I can add one more thing to that, we've had a very generous local Austin doctor pay for some advertising for us already on a radio station. That's one way to get the TCA's name out through those commercials. And so there's all kinds of little things that we're doing right now and bigger things to come.
Thank you, Dr. Lawson. Thank you, executives. I didn't see any other questions come in, but I do want to second that we don't get anything done without our volunteers. And so thank you all for being here tonight. Everyone that you see here, except for me, they are volunteers. They are using their spare time. They were in a meeting earlier today. They were in a meeting Monday evening. They meet on the weekends, and this is not their paid job. So I appreciate that, because without the volunteers, we wouldn't get anything done. And so thank y'all for being here again today. Thank you for those of you who are on the call, because I know this is your spare time as well. So without any other questions that may come in, I'll check one more time. I do not see any of that. So I will say goodnight to everybody.